Welcome student. Today we have a highly rated and interesting topic, that is mutation. Now, why it is highly rated? Because this is the term you might have been heard in different Hollywood movies. That mutants come and then you start imagination or fantasize. Those mutants fly in the air, or some mutant can dive inside the water. So, what is this correlation? What I'm telling, mutation and these imaginations that mutants are like that. Basically, that is fantasy. So mutations are not like what we see in the movies. In one of the movie you see iron rods are coming from the hands of that hero, that is Wolverine type of hero. They are just imagination of the mind. Mutants are not like that. But mutation is not imaginatory. It is a real process. It is a phenomena. And let us understand who coined this term mutation. Mutation in French or Latin meaning is coming from mutare, to change. Okay. So this term mutation was being coined by a Dutch botanist, Hugo de Varies. So got the first point clear? Who coined the term mutation? Dutch botanist Hugo de Varies. And what he defined to this mutation, it is simply, he said, sudden, abrupt change in the genetic makeup. Sudden, abrupt, anywhere, changes, that is mutare, changes where? In the genetic makeup of a cell or an organism. That is called mutation. Now, if the genetic makeup changes, for example, we know that DNA is the genetic makeup. Actually, it is a universal genetic material. Okay. So let us understand what does DNA does. DNA consists of genes which are in the form of codons, that is triplets. We know that these triplets code for specific amino acid, and that specific amino acid from RNA comes in the process to form protein. How is that? That is the central dogma of molecular biology. We know this is DNA, it is double stranded. A pairs double bond with thymine, this G guanine triple bond with cytosine, and it goes on. This is the double stranded genetic material. It is first copied in a complementary sense by a process called as, remember, transcription, and the product of transcription is mRNA, that is messenger RNA, which takes the message from the DNA in the form of codon. And this mRNA then goes a further process, that is translation, and to form a functional protein. So what is the central dogma? DNA codes for the character, that it sends the message in the form of RNA, that is mRNA, and that process is called transcription, and from that mRNA transcript a protein is being formed, that is by the process of translation. So if, according to this definition, sudden abrupt change, if any change occurs here in the DNA, the same changes will be sent in a transcript, that is mRNA. And if mRNA has those changes present in the DNA, the protein produced will be now different. It may be functional, less functional, or non-functional. So this is how the mutation affects. Directly the phenotype does not changes. The mutation occurs in the genetic makeup. Now we got the location from this discussion where this mutation occurs. It can occur in RNA also. We don't think that only in DNA, because RNA is also the genetic material in viruses. But DNA we should concentrate because it is the universal genetic material. So this mutation occurs in DNA, it occurs in the gene. Of course, a triplet that coding for a particular amino acid or a gene also get mutated, or even in the chromosome, chromosomal structures get extra duplicated, get broken and revert back, something like that happens, or even duplication of the chromosomal part occurs. So they also causes changes. For example, we should understand where are the genes. Genes are present inside the DNA. And where is the DNA? DNA is present inside the chromosome, which is in the form of coil form there. Okay. Now what does it mean? That mutation can occur in the DNA or in specific gene, or even itself in the chromosome. Anywhere if it occurs, this is our entire genetic material. So what are these types of those that mutations occurs in the solo chromosome? Okay, we are not studying today addition or deletion of those chromosomes. We just concentrate today on types of chromosomal aberration because of which the genetic makeup changes by mutation. Okay, so to remember this, first remember there are four major types to which we can remember T did, or just a shortcut teacher did. Okay, T did or teacher did. Now T stands here for translocation, D for deletion, I for inversion, and D for duplication. How simple it is. T for translocation, D for deletion, I for inversion, and D for duplication. So we got the shortcuts now. Okay. Now let us study what these chromosomal conditions are. First, as per our shortcut, see translocation. So what I have done, I have drawn two chromosomes here. Now these chromosomes, I have given a different vertical designations of the genes. Consider this is a first chromosome and this is the alter or second chromosome. Okay. Now you can see on this chromosome you have alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F, G as the genes. But on this chromosome the genes are in the numericals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What does it mean? These genes are not alike this, they are different. And if in the two chromosomes, if we compare the amount, the location and the type of genes are different, then these chromosomes are called as non-homologous chromosome. So first thing to understand, in translocation type of chromosomal aberration, it occurs in non-homologous chromosome. Now what happens? See, this chromosome has the sequence A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, it is basically should be adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine, etc. But to understand in a simplified way, we designate this with the alphabet. Okay. Now when it is translocated means a part of the chromosome goes and meet to the another part. There occurs an exchange, interchange. You can see A, B, C, D, E, but instead of F and G, we got the content of this chromosome 1 and 2, and again here instead of 1, 2, we got F, G. So this chromosome, non-homologous chromosome, has shared their content, and because of which the characters that are coming in the RNA and then in the protein will definitely get changed or altered, that is mutation. So this is translocation, which occurs in non-homologous chromosome by exchanging the part of the content inside the chromosome. Now next is deletion. Now you can see the same chromosome A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, these are the consider amount or type of genes there. But when deletion occurs, that is removal of some part of that chromosome or genes, after that we see A, B, C, D and G. Something is missing here, and that is nothing but EF. So when some part of that chromosome is being removed, that kind of mutation is called as deletion. Quite simple to understand, the word itself interpret the meaning. Now next is inversion. Okay, now you can see the same alphabet I have kept as a chromosome A, B, C, D, E, F and G. But if you see, the same alphabets I have written down there, but their sequence is totally opposite. G, F, E, D, C, B, A. You can see G, F, E, D, C, B, A. That is in opposite frame. So this inversion is a type of mutation in which a part of chromosome breaks. In which a part of chromosome breaks, and when it reattaches, it reattaches with the opposite symmetry, and because of that this kind of chromosomal aberration is called as inversion. Okay, how it is occurring? A part of chromosome is breaking, and when it is reattaching, it is attaching with the opposite sequence of the same genes. Okay, but it is opposite sequence, so frame shift changes and all the characters do changes, which is quite lethal. And then one more, that is duplication. Now take the same chromosome A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We know that these are the codons there, these are the nucleotides there. But in the opposite case, if duplication of some part occurs due to mutagenic effect, you can see A, B, once again B, C, once again C, and D, E, F, G. That means that something is duplicated, that is the part of that chromosome, specific part is duplicated, which entirely changes the characters from that gene product. Okay, so in this way we got the four headline TDIT, that is translocation, deletion, inversion and duplication. These are the type of chromosomal aberration. Now definitely a question might be coming in your mind, what causes these kind of mutations? We got the definition, to change, mutare. Okay, so here we should understand the agents that causes the mutation or change in the genetic makeup, they are called mutagens. And to remember that, just remember this term IRNICM. Okay, you can just interpret this. IR means ionizing radiations, I for ionizing, R for radiation. Then Ni means non-ionizing radiations. Okay, Nr means non-ionizing radiations, and Cm means chemical mutagens. So what causing basically the mutation? Those spontaneous which are genetical, they are different. The agents that are causing these genetical mutations occurs at the time of DNA replication, etc. in the chromosome, but artificially, due to exposure to certain agent that causes changes in the sequence, in the location, in the functioning of the genetic material, these chemical carcinogens or cancer causing agent or DNA changing agents are called as mutagens. Okay, so these are broadly three types. One that causes ionization, one that doesn't causes ionization, one is basically the chemical form. But before going into these kind of causes, artificial, that causes the mutations, let us understand what is that gene mutation actually. That means we know the genes which is being coded by codon, and that codon is triplet, simply three nucleotides. Consider this AGC, it is one nucleotide, or CAT, it is another nucleotide. That codons, that code for particular amino acids, we know that there are how many codons, how many amino acids they code? 61 coding codon, 3 nonsense codon, and the code for 20 amino acid. That is the basic what you call the knowledge beside that. Now understand that if a gene changes, okay, mutated, changes, how it occurs, as I said, see this is one example, GAA, now this is a triplet, guanine, adenine, adenine, okay, it is a triplet codon, and it codes for which amino acid? I have written here, glutamic acid, okay. Now see, glutamic acid is being coded by codon. Suppose by mutation, instead of GAA, the last A get changed, and instead of that G is added there in the DNA sequence. Now what will happen? It will be GAG. It is not GAA, but GAG also codes for same amino acid, glutamic acid. So this is also mutation, but since it is coding the same product, same amino acid, so the protein will not change. That means such mutation which occurs but are not expressed, they are called as silent mutation. So you got one type. Why it is called silent? Because even after mutation change in the genetic sequence there, the product is not changing. So it is silent mutation. Now comes GAA, same codon we have kept. It codes for glutamic acid. Now instead of G, if U comes, UAA, we know that UAA, UAG and UGA, these are the three stop codons or nonsense codon. Once these codons are reached, ahead the translation or protein synthesis process does not occur. It stalls there, it stops there. That's why these codons are called stop codons, or they don't have sense of synthesis, hence they are called as nonsense codon. So if the gene get converted to U, the codon becomes UAA, which is a stop codon, and such mutation that leads to the formation of stop codon or nonsense codon is called as nonsense mutation. It is called nonsense mutation. Why? Because nonsense codons are being made from the coding codon. One more test. Okay. Same codon GAA, it is coding for glutamic acid. If suppose instead of A, C comes here, GAC. So this glutamic acid is not synthesized there. This codon codes for aspartic acid, and this kind of mutation in which the character changes, this is called as missense mutation, or you can just break it, missense mutation. Missense or missense mutation. So you understood the type of gene mutations now. Silent doesn't express. Nonsense stops synthesis. And missense something different in the protein product. Okay. Now come to the point. What is causing artificially? Naturally, spontaneous mutation can occur any places during DNA replication. We know that DNA synthesis occurs in that cell cycle. You can remember the G1 phase, then S phase, where the DNA duplicates, amount becomes doubles. Okay, so that during that process, if some wrong codons are being copied, nucleotides are being copied, it leads to mutation, and that goes to the next generation. Okay, for example, if one of the child is being born with some abnormalities, but his parents are okay, but the child is abnormal. Why? Because that sperm from the father or that egg from the mother, that DNA, that which consists of the embryonic DNA, if it is mutated during replication, those characters goes to the next generation. Okay, so we have a lot of such examples. In next video we'll see that. Come to the causes, artificial causes, that is natural, spontaneous. Artificially, these mutagenic agents causes the mutation, which is being used in experimental genetics too. On that work even Muller got a Nobel Prize. Okay, ionizing radiations, example X-rays, gamma rays. These are very high energy, what you call a radiation. So why they are called ionizing radiation? Examples are X-rays and gamma rays. Because when they strike on an object, on an atom, they lead to remove the electron from that outermost shell. And we know that if the electron is being ejected from the outermost shell, it get ionized, and that is the ionization. And what it produces? It produces, remember, free radicals, and those free radicals are actually destroying the cell, whatever comes in their contact. So ionizing radiation, examples X-rays, gamma rays, what do they cause? They cause this ionization that produces free radicals, and that free radicals damages the cell. That is the ionizing radiation. That means ionizing radiation does not directly harm the cell. They indirectly harm the cell. They produces free radicals, and they do the job of destruction of the genetic makeup. Next, non-ionizing radiation, the name itself indicates they are not doing ionization. Okay, that means they are less energy, less lethal compared to ionizing radiation. And what is an example? Simply the UV light coming from the sunlight. That is a non-ionizing radiation. So when an example of non-ionizing radiation is being asked, remember UV light or sunlight is a correct example for that. And what does it causes? It causes this pyrimidine dimer formation. Okay, pyrimidine dimer. We should know what is purine and what is pyrimidine. In DNA, a purine pairs with the pyrimidine. Adenine is purine, thymine is pyrimidine. They pairs each other. So this is natural. Adenine has to pair with thymine, and guanine has to pair with cytosine. So adenine, guanine, purine, thymine, cytosine, pyrimidine. So always purine binds with or joins with the pyrimidine. But because of this non-ionizing radiation, this T, instead of joining with A, it joins with another T, and that is called pyrimidine dimer. And we know that this is against the rule of DNA, what you call base pairing. And if this is changes, means the DNA sequence changes and some functional products are deleted or extra added, which is lethal in case of RNA. So what is this pyrimidine dimer? You understood? Formation of pairing abnormal. Instead of pyrimidine, pairing with purine. Instead of pyrimidine, pairing with purine, it pairs with himself itself, and that is called pyrimidine dimer. Remember, it does not cause purine dimer mostly, it causes pyrimidine dimer, and base pairing is purine pairs with pyrimidine. Now one more, that is chemical mutagens or chemical carcinogens. They are basically three types. One are base analogs. Okay, base analogs means such chemicals that mimic to be a nucleotides. They have a structural integrity just like the nucleotides. So during DNA synthesis, instead of nucleotides, this base analog are being added in the DNA, and that DNA which consists of wrong nucleotides, that is base analogs, which mimics to be nucleotide, is almost now just wrong there, it is almost mutated, it is changed. So such carcinogens or chemical mutagens that appears to take the shape of nucleotides and just mimic to be nucleotide, they causes changes in the genetic makeup, and they are called base analogs. Others are those that removes amino group from adenine and cytosine. So we know their double ring and single ring structure. So they consist of amino group. So some chemical mutagens, they remove amino group of this adenine and cytosine and convert them into amino group, which changes the structural integrity and definitely the genetic makeup. First chemical mutagen, how they are? They are structural or analogs of the nucleotide. So they mimic to be nucleotide base pair, get added inside the DNA instead of nucleotides, changes the genetic makeup. Others, they just remove the amino group of adenine and cytosine, definitely changes the structural integrity of the genetic makeup of the DNA. And one more are there, they add hydrocarbon group to the nucleotides. Once again, if additional hydrocarbon group is added to the nucleotides, they definitely changes their behavior and functionality in the RNA, and that also lead to the change in the genetic makeup. So at the end, you should remember at least 2-3 examples of chemical mutagens. I have written some shortcuts here: EMS, MMS and DES. EMS here stands for ethyl methyl sulfonate. EMS stands for ethyl methyl sulfonate. MMS stands for methyl methyl sulfonate. MMS stands for methyl methyl sulfonate, and this DES stands for what you call diethyl sulfate. Okay, DES stands for diethyl sulfate. So these are the examples of certain chemical carcinogens, okay, or chemical mutagens. Now at the end of this topic, what is the bottom line? Mutation is sudden abrupt change in the genetic makeup, can be in gene, can be in DNA, or even inside the chromosome itself, or the part of the chromosome or particular location in the chromosome. We have the types. It can be duplicated, it can be translocated, it can be interchanged, it can come in a reversion, inversion pattern, or it can be duplicated. Okay, and gene mutation or the point mutation for a single nucleotide, that can also causes point mutation or frame shift mutation, and that may also leads to different type of mutation, just like some are not expressed silent mutation, some leads to nonsense codon formation, nonsense mutation, and some change of sense, that is missense mutation. So in this way, what you have to do, understand what is the genetic makeup and what are changes, mutare, that is mutation, then who coined it, then its simple types, gene mutations effect, and certain carcinogens or types of chemical agents or physical agent that causes the mutation. It is quite interesting and quite easy topic to understand. Remember, here alphabets are being kept on the chromosome just to mimic the nucleotides or codons there. So I hope you understood this. Just see this video once and twice and read in the NCERT. You will definitely understand the topic. Okay, so thank you. Thanks for watching.